All right. Well, good morning, all. Before we get started today, I just kind of want to ask a question. How many of you have eaten beef, whether it's a steak, sirloin, brisket? Really? I was gonna say it should be pretty much all of you. And if you haven't, well, I would strongly encourage you to try it because the protein and fat content in beef can contribute to a feeling of fullness that fills your belly and makes you feel full to maintain a healthy weight overall, unlike processed and lab created foods that we see a lot more of today. Hello, my name is Chance Hergott. I am the current CEO of Bretz's Butchering. Our company is a strong competitor in the food retail realm for manufacturing, marketing, and distributing a variety of meats harvested from cows. For years, our company has seen continued growth while being able to adapt to changing markets, but still holding dear to our tradition and upholding our motto of savor the moment and taste the tradition. Now, the continued success would not be possible if it weren't for our amazing team that I brought with me here today. Allow me to quickly introduce everybody who I brought with me today. First up, Elena Peoning, our company spokesperson, Eric Leahy, head of human resources, Sydney Donahue, head of customer support, Zach Barch, our chief financial officer, Emilio Gonzalez, finance and sales rep, Georgie Kahormicki, our sales manager, and Tavian Wilsey, our communications manager. This amazing team is the core of the company and its growth. Now, allow me to pass it over to our company spokesperson, Elena Peoning, who's going to give us a company overview and share some current insights into Q4.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chance. Good morning, everyone. My name is Elena Peoning, and I currently serve as the spokesperson for Bretz's Butchering. So today you will be hearing from our amazing team a little bit about how we communicate within our company. Today I'll be starting us off with a little bit about who we are, what it is that we actually do, kind of how we structure our business, as well as I'll be touching later on about a quarterly newsletter that we share. So before I begin, the first thing that you should know about us is our mission statement down below. And it states, we are committed to providing the ranchers of the Midwest the most efficient processing and distribution services. In short, we get the beef to the American people. So what is it that we exactly do? So up here, I've highlighted kind of how the cattle industry works. So first, it starts with the ranchers. From birth to adulthood, cows are raised on these ranches, most of which are located throughout the Midwest. From there, they are sent to be processed. Yes, this is butchery. From there, either they are sold locally or they go on to a distribution center. And if they don't go straight to the consumer from there, they usually go to a wholesaler or restaurant, and then they go to the consumer. So we kind of act as the in-between, right? Steps 2 and 3. We take care of processing and distribution. So we kind of act as the go-between for ranchers and these wholesalers. We're not selling directly to the consumer, but we are kind of that in-between. So we're like a one-stop shop for the ranchers. We process the beef and then we get it to where it needs to go, essentially. So how is it that we do that? Well, currently we operate out of our 3 primary locations, as you can see up on the map. Located in Rapid City, South Dakota, Lincoln, Nebraska, as well as Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. These locations were chosen very intentionally. If you look up on this map here, this is a map of beef production by state. Those numbers that you're seeing are actually the estimated amount of cattle within the state. As you can see, no surprise, Texas leads by a very large margin. But you know, Oklahoma's up there, Missouri, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Kansas, and you can't see it, but Montana is up there as well. So one challenge we kind of had to overcome was actually the transportation of live cattle. If you've ever seen a cow in real life, they're big, they're heavy, they require a lot of food and water. They're just very hard to transport. And so we kind of needed to meet our ranchers in the middle. So what you'll see within these circles are kind of our regions. Within these regions, we have around 3 or 4 processing facilities, much smaller processing facilities. So for example, let's say a rancher up in North Dakota towards the top, it would probably be very difficult for him to get a large amount of cattle all the way down to Rapid City. But let's say if he only needs to bring it to like northern South Dakota, that is much more reasonable. From there, we process the cattle, get it to our distribution center. And if we need to, we can freeze it, which makes it last much longer. And then it could go all over the country. So this is our current business structure. If we were to look to expand in the future, which we probably will, we would probably open a location within Texas, maybe Missouri, maybe even closer in Montana. So we would be able to reach more ranchers that way. So then this is the first example of how we communicate within the company. This is an example of our quarterly newsletter. We send this contains like big announcements, big upcoming events. These are things that we feel like all employees at all locations need to know. So these are kind of hard to see. The announcements as well as upcoming events you will hear more about later on in the presentation. But yeah, this is sent every quarter. This is an email copy here that would go to all employees, their work accounts. And then if they are working out of our primary offices, they would be able to see our print copy up and about throughout the offices. So next you'll be hearing from the rest of our team, and without further ado, I'll let them take it away.
Thank you, Elena. Super insightful into kind of what our company does and some things happening during Q4 at our company. As mentioned, the company newsletter, a new healthcare plan is coming about and bringing some exciting opportunities for advancement and development. I would now like to introduce our head of HR, Eric Leahy. He's going to talk a little bit more about changes to our employee healthcare.
Good morning, everyone. As the head of human resources at Bretz's Butchering, I'm excited to announce our new healthcare provider, United Healthcare. Here are some of the various reasons why we chose to switch from Cigna Healthcare to United Healthcare. Starting off, United Healthcare creates plans designed with small businesses in mind, such as ours. They are built on a foundation of easy access and quality care for both employers and employees to help better understand and manage their healthcare plans. They also have flexibility to balance employee needs with the company's budget. As we know, not every employee is the same when it comes to their healthcare needs, so we as a company need to acknowledge this and be able to fulfill those needs in a cost-efficient manner. They're designed with affordability in mind. We are able to work with United Healthcare brokers and agents who will be assisting us in creating the perfect plan for our budget. And finally, they have flexible and personal plans for our employees. Here, in order to fulfill those needs, for not just a majority, but the entirety of the company, we will be implementing a multi-choice coverage system. And here's how that works. First, we'll choose a base plan that aligns with our budget. We decided to pick the healthcare plan called Surest as our base plan. Now, the Surest healthcare plan provides members with quality medical coverage with access to the broad national United Healthcare and Optum behavioral health networks. There is no deductible, no co-insurance, and also no cost shifting. The Surest plan also covers in-network prevention care, primary and specialty care, urgent, emergency, and hospital care, chronic care for long-term recurring illnesses, pharmacy, mental and behavioral health services, maternity care, cancer care, and substance use disorder, and more. Since we're using this multi-choice coverage system, we'll be also able to add additional plans that complement employees' needs at no additional cost. Now, we have decided to choose 2 additional plans to go alongside that Surest base plan. We have also decided to cover 82% of that base plan and 40% of the 2 additional plans. We did this as it is very beneficial for employees who are seeking richer benefits that are not included in the Surest base plan. They're able to do so by picking from 2 additional plans that are in congruence to the base plan, giving the power of choice to those employees when it comes to their healthcare. To sum this multi-choice coverage up, basically, we as the company pick the plans. We picked a base plan and 2 additional plans. We then add our contribution, the 82% and the 40% I mentioned, and then in turn, the employees pay the difference. Here, I'd like to talk about the many advantages our company has from going through United Healthcare. First, we are easily able to offer multiple plans and employees choose what fits them. As I mentioned before, when it comes to healthcare needs, not every employee is the same. So giving them multiple options is very beneficial and is fair. United Healthcare also has licensed agents and service reps that are dedicated to providing helpful information to employers and employees to help better understand the options available to them. There are also engaging online resources, services, and mobile apps. This makes accessing healthcare for the company very user-friendly and very easy. Also, since these plans are a self-funded type of plan, my company may be exempt from many state premium taxes and ACA regulations, including adjusting community rating, which will save us money in the long run. And finally, they have free wellness programs built into these plans. These programs promote healthy lifestyles within our employees. And an example of these programs would be an employee walking program where employees can track their steps to earn special rewards. And I'd like to wrap things up with the question of what's next. In the next couple of weeks, the HR department will be collecting employee data and analyzing it in order to choose those 2 additional plans that are along with the base plan that I mentioned earlier. To do so, we'll be sending out emails that contain links to our surveys. Also, it'll contain a link to the United Healthcare website. It'll also include a step-by-step process on how employees can sign up for a mobile account through United Healthcare. In addition to that, we'll also be forming focus groups where we can have in-depth conversations with employees, explore specific topics, and allow them to be involved as these are their healthcare plans. So as the head of HR at Brett's Butchering, I speak on behalf of the whole department that we are dedicated to fostering a positive and productive work environment that encompasses fairness, diversity, and equity, where employee well-being is our #1 priority. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Super exciting news to get that change in healthcare plan. And not to mention, United Healthcare's multi-choice coverage sounds like a really great opportunity for the company and its employees to be able to choose what's right for them. One thing that Brett's Butchering really prides itself on is our culture that we uphold with our employees. Our employees are our most vital investment to the long-term growth of our company, and we see a long-standing importance in providing our employees with a safe environment to work in. Furthermore, Brett's Butchering likes to make the work life enjoyable for our employees by providing different events that really merge the work and life balance. I would like to introduce Sydney Donahue, our head of customer support, to touch on some upcoming events and sponsorships that we have in the works.
Hello, guys. My role here at Brett's Butchering is the head of customer support. So I'm involved with a lot of the customers, obviously, just making sure that customer experience is really great. So it is important that with great customer service, you have a good community at the workplace. So some things that I do alongside with that customer support is I'm the communication, obviously, between the customers of our company and also somewhat working within the communication between the employees in our company. That means that my work is typically alongside with Tavian, since he does the communication department, so we work really well together within that. So one huge thing we can do is working with customers for partnerships. So this is a great way to kind of drive campaigns, get more exposure to our company, and building a great relationship. So one thing I'm going to be talking about is our United Way partnership. So United Way is a great way to get people to come together to tackle some problems that people may have. An example is there's a graduation walk, which involves companies going door to door to houses and knocking on them and trying to encourage students to stay in school or return to school. And some interesting statistics about that is actually they got 5,000 students to re-engage back into school by doing this. So this graduation walk is one part of doing this graduation walk is something our company is going to be involved in this United Way campaign. It'll just be a great way to kind of get out in the community and expose this company to people and just kind of have a good message behind us. Another thing is having like customer retention is also important. So having people like come back to us. So what we're gonna do is we need to allow our company to be very like close together, and with a close company, that also makes, you know, the workplace a lot more enjoyable. So when we do work with those customers, they have a positive customer experience, and they kind of are like, oh, I like this company, I want to return here. And that all starts in the workplace. It's just the workplace culture, keeping people very close together. So one way we can do that is having holiday events. Since it's coming close to the holiday season, we're going to be having a holiday party at the venue, and it's just going to be a quick little event. There's going to be a white elephant. So people, if you don't know what a white elephant is, you just bring a gift and you kind of anonymously receive a gift, and that'll be a great way for people to bond over things they receive. And then this will also be for the employees' families. That way they can also just meet who their coworkers' families are, which is really important. And one final thing I want to touch on is for this announcement, I just kind of focused on the Nebraska branch because that's where we are locally. Other branches will be doing this type of thing, but this is what I did for this one. And I think this is just a great way to, like I said in the meeting, just bring the community together. So, yeah.
Thank you, Sydney. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm super excited for that holiday party. Sounds like it's going to be a fun time, and not to mention the United Way campaign. It also looks like a great opportunity for our company to really get out into the community. So sounds like some interesting changes coming up in the new year. But speaking of changes, the executive team at Bretz's Butchering has just released a new exciting announcement in our most recent press release, the handpicked appointment of our new CFO, Zach Barch. Now, on the screen, you'll see my segment of the press release, and it states, Bretz's Butchering, a leading food retail company, is pleased to announce the appointment of Zach Barch as our new Chief Financial Officer, effective immediately. Zach brings a wealth of experience and expertise in financial management, strategic planning, and leadership into our dynamic executive team. He graduated from Nebraska Wesleyan University with his CPA and went back for his MBA. In his previous role, Zach demonstrated an exceptional ability to drive financial growth, implement effective financial strategies, and provide valuable insights to support overall business objectives. His proven track record in navigating complex financial landscapes and forecasting collaboration aligns seamlessly with our company's commitment to excellence and innovation. Now, I truly believe what I said here in this press release. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our new CFO, Zach Barch, to give an overview of our company's current financial standings.
Thank you very much, Chance. I want to say it really is such a blessing and an honor being born and raised in the Midwest to grow up and work for one of the Midwestern companies that has a tradition of excellence. So what my role comes down to is I essentially ask myself two very important questions. Ask myself, what do we have and how can we make the most of that? Once I have an answer, I follow up by asking myself, what can I do to improve that? So we do know that we have 3 main facilities and we have a few stores surrounding those facilities. It didn't always used to be that way. So the new facilities surrounding the main facilities are solely for butchering. So with that, farmers, ranchers, or even companies will come in and bring their cattle to those new facilities, and then we'll take care of the rest. We'll butcher them there, and then we'll ship them to our main facility back where we can package and then properly ship them out. At Bretz's Butchering, we really do value our employees and our customers above all else. That's why, as my first role as Chief Financial Officer here at Bretz's Butchering, I'm replacing all our equipment and upgrading our equipment, as well as increasing the use of sanitary products. Doing so will make the process so much more quicker. It will save money, time, and most of all, our customers. With that being said, the safety aspect is our biggest part of it. This will greatly decrease the chances of cross-contamination from foreign objects. It will make the process a lot quicker, and it's just a win-win for all of us. Although I wasn't here during the Corona pandemic, I did do a lot of digging and research, specifically in Brett's Butchering, about how it impacted us. So during the pandemic, the fear of unknown was very much so present. A lot of businesses unfortunately had to lay off their employees and even fire some, a very tragic time. But unlike most other companies, we saw this as a big benefit to us. Consumers were scared and they purchased a lot of things, like take toilet paper, for example. It was very hard to find toilet paper in stock, like there was no toilet paper. So the demand for many products, such as our beef and meat, skyrocketed. So this was a huge financial opportunity for us. We simply just couldn't keep up with the pace of the demand. So that's when we implemented the stores around the facility so we could make it a much more smoother and more organized process. So this allowed us to get a little bit more cash. And with this cash, we allowed it to put that money towards our employees. We used it for raises as well as hiring bonuses because we really do value our employees and our customers above all else. I want to take this time to thank you, Chance, for this amazing role, because I'm very excited to look towards the future and get to work.
Thank you, Zach. It's awesome. We're really excited to have you here at Brett's Butchery. I'm glad to see you're already really acquainting yourself with the company, and having someone like you with your knowledge is definitely something that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to see what you do on exec here at the company. Now, kind of switching gears, I would like to introduce Emilio Gonzalez, our finance and sales rep, to talk about an upcoming board meeting that we have coming in the new year. So please welcome Emilio.
Yeah, like Chan said, my name is Emiliano. I'm the finance and sales rep. And here's the email that I wrote for the upcoming meeting. Dear Brett's Butchering Committee, I hope this email finds you well. As we approach our upcoming board meeting scheduled for January 3rd, please find attached the necessary materials for the review. The agenda, packet, and quarterly sales report are included to facilitate our discussions during the meeting. If you have any questions or require additional information prior to the meeting, please do not hesitate to reach out. We look forward to your valuable insights and collaborations during the session. Thank you for your time and attention. Best regards. And for the board meeting, here's the agenda. We'll kick it off with the opening and safety briefing. So we'll just give a quick brief welcoming. We'll talk about the agenda for the day and a quick safety briefing. And then we'll review previous meeting action items. So this will be a review of last quarter to discuss completed work and any issues that have came up from last quarter. Operational updates. This is an opportunity to discuss strategies for improving efficiency that has challenged the team. Quality assurance and sanitation standards. We'll discuss issues or improvements in maintaining the quality of the products and cleanliness of the facility. Customer feedback and satisfaction. These is important to us because customer service is important to us. Here, we'll review positive feedback and address any customer complaints, and we try to improve in this area. Product line review. The team will discuss the current product offering, inventory levels, and any new product being considered. Employee training and development. This provides updates on employees training. This can include safety protocols, skills development, certification relevant to team goals, and then everyone's favorite part of the day, lunch break. Equipment and maintenance and upgrades. The maintenance team will discuss status of the equipment and any scheduled maintenance and proposals for equipment upgrades. Sales and marketing strategies. The sales team and marketing team will present updates on the sales performance, marketing any new campaigns, and discussion on attracting new customers and retaining old ones. Team feedback and suggestions. This will provide feedback and The team will provide feedback and suggestions to ensure, this ensures everyone has a voice in the meeting. Closing remarks and next steps. The meeting will conclude with closing remarks from the CEO. And next action steps for the upcoming days are highlighted. And this is our quarterly sales. This is a revenue after expenses. As you can see in Q1, we fell short to making our goal. This is due to the weather. This is Q1 is usually winter time, so not many people are out cooking steaks or any meats outside. And then Q2, we exceeded our goals by almost 15,000. This is great for the company. Q3, we fell short, but we also did set the goal higher because this is the heart of the summer where people are outside grilling. And Q4 was surprising. Was great because we exceeded goals as well. And this is great because it's the end of the fall and beginning of winter.
Thank you, Emiliano. I can't necessarily say that I'm as excited for that board meeting as I am for Sydney's holiday party coming up. But regarding our quarterly sales, I would now like to introduce our sales manager, Georgie Cormicky, to touch on some sample sales packet and some highlights of sales process. Now, Georgie could not join us today, so he is on the Zoom meeting. So if you could bear with us while I get that set up here. All right, take it away, Georgie.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm settled to share the strategic initiatives that Butchering is embarked on to elevate our sales performance and reinforce our commitment to customer satisfaction and growth. First of all, we have like market extension. Our first focus area is a market extension. We are actively identifying the untapped markets within the Midwest and neighbor regions, where the demand for high quality beef is promising, and also by the tailoring our market campaigns to specific region preferences and needs, we aim to establish a strong foothold in this area. Also, we have customer loyalty programs, which means that building lasting relationship is crucial, and we are implementing a customer loyalty program that rewards repeat purchases, offering the exclusive discounts and promotions to our most loyal customers. The sales without the online, without the e-commerce, it doesn't exist today. And we are optimize our website for the user-friendly experience with the detailed product information and then active design. Additionally, we are launching the e-commerce platform, making it easier for customer to explore and purchase our product online. Only sales, it's don't go like far. I mean, we have like some educational marketing, which means that customer, we are doing like some customer workshops, and we also offer the customers some ready recipes to use, like to follow these like recipes very easily, and it helps them. And also like strategic partnership, collaborating with the local restaurants and grocery stores will feature our products in new environments and secure prominent shelf space and specific promotions, increasing our visibility. Also, we every day use the social websites. We every day answer the comments and answer some messages in our chat box, and yeah, it's help us to have more close relationship with the customers. Also, we have like, yeah, and last one, we have sustainability and ethical practices, which means that like we're proud to communicate our commitment to sustainability and ethical. This is aligns with the values of the environmentally conscious customers and contributes to build positive brand image as well. Yeah, that was what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Georgie. It's great to see our current
Okay.
sales operations here at Brett's Butchering. Let me get this set back up. Thank you, Georgie, again. Hopefully you can see continued success and improvements with the help of our new CFO, Zach, on that sales side of things. As we have seen throughout this presentation, communication is really key to running a successful and a healthy business. But how does someone like me effectively manage and communicate all of the employees at Brett's Butchering throughout the entirety of all of our locations? It can get difficult sometimes, but one way that I go about communicating is through like emails to our entirety of the employing staff. Brett's Butchering through company-wide emails. I will usually send them out for important announcements or if I need to address an important issue that is arising. And on the screen are two examples of what a company-wide email will look like from me. On the left, you can see it is just big news about a recent sale that we closed. This email kind of just introduces the topic and highlights how we had a recent deal closed with Omaha Steaks last year. It's a really valued industry leader. If you're not familiar with Omaha Steaks and us being a smaller company, it was really awesome to kind of be able to take over some of their book of business in Oklahoma through our Oklahoma location in Oklahoma City. So I really wanted to push that news out to the entirety of the company and really congratulate the sales team on that successful close of a deal with a big company like Omaha Steaks, where we could actually take over some of their book of business. So I really, sometimes it's good news, sometimes it's bad news. So here on the right, you'll see a little bit of good news, but paired with like a bad setting. This email was sent out to the entire company. I'm not going to read it all again just because it's a lot of information, but it was regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. We saw a lot of companies shutting down and a lot of our employees were getting really worried about their job security at our company. So I kind of sent this email and took the initiative to really reassure our customers that they were valued and that we were still going to be operating at 100% capacity during COVID-19 because we were considered an essential company that needed to be, working and producing beef for the American people during the COVID-19 pandemic. So a little bit of bad news paired with really great news that we would not be shutting down during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I would love to send out emails to the entire company, whether it's to reassure our customers or address different things that are going on within the company. I feel it's the easiest way to be able to reach out to everyone. Now, you have heard about how I communicate with the company, but now I would like to introduce Tavian Wilsey, our communications manager. Tavian is going to touch on how Brett's Butchering communicates as a company, but also how this team communicated for this exact presentation.
Thank you, Chance. As you mentioned, I'm the communications manager here at Brett's Butchering, and I'm going to be going over how we communicate. So first off is email. Obviously, that's our most important and most used. It allows us to reach everyone when we need to, and helps give updates and keep everyone in the loop in our company. This is also important due to the fact that we have multiple locations. It keeps everyone in Lincoln updated with everyone in Oklahoma City. It's also important for smaller topics. Like Cindy mentioned earlier, we have a holiday party. We were able to email the invites out to the people in the Lincoln branch, while people in the Rapid City and Oklahoma City branches receive different invites. This is also helpful for any questions that our employees may have. They can reach out by email if they aren't able to meet in person. This leads me into my next point, Zoom meetings, not being able to meet in person. So this is important due to our multiple locations again. We can have certain managers in different departments and different branches all get together on Zoom. This is more efficient than having everyone having to travel to a certain location just to meet up. It allows managers to give updates across each branch that we have, and it's important to keep everyone in the loop with these meetings. So then newsletters and announcements, Elena mentioned earlier, we send these out quarterly. They're a good way to update the company. We like to give little updates of each branch, but it's a company-wide thing, so each branch gets the same newsletter. We email these out, but we also send them to our employees' mailbox if they're able to be in person. They can pick up a paper copy if they so choose. Then packets and reports. Emiliano went over one earlier. These are also sent out via email and mailbox quarterly. These are mostly about the sales and finances of our company and how we're doing. But there's also a yearly one available for the public. Next, we have press releases and communiques. Our CEO Chance went over. These are mainly for big milestones or super important company-wide things. Our CEO is the one that sends these out to our company, but they're often released to the media as well. So now I'm going to talk about how we got organized and put this presentation together. So first, our group was put together by our founder, Randy Bretz. We put together a text group chat in order to communicate and discuss the ins and outs of our project and get organized. Our CEO Chance sent out a reminder to be brainstorming and thinking of ideas of our company, things that we might want to do. And then our presentation idea came from our spokesperson, Elena. She talked about the cattle industry and meat distribution industry and how it's such a huge part of the Midwest. As we saw on the map earlier, it's huge through this area. So we took that idea and ran with it. Sydney sent out an outline for our presentation, highlighting the requirements and the roles that we needed to fulfill. So we used our group chat and dispersed the roles with everyone, decided how we were going to help out with the presentation. And then we had our first Zoom meeting to get everyone on the same page, make sure everyone knew what their role was, kind of get started with our slideshow as well. After we did a bit of work on the slideshow, we held our second Zoom meeting to go over any updates or concerns we still had with the project. This led to our final in-person meeting and also Zoom for people that couldn't make it, where we touched up our presentation, did a quick run through and made sure everything looked good, and put together this final project that we put together for you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Tavian. As you can see, communication is a really vital part to any business, and we really thank you to have you as our communications manager. As current CEO of Bretz's Butchering, I want to thank you all for joining us today and listening to us. We sincerely hope you enjoyed learning about our company, how we communicate, how we operate, and how we strive for success every day. Communication is a huge part of any business, and I hope you learned a few nuggets of information from our department leaders on how they communicate at Bretz's Butchering. Thank you again for joining us today, and now we would like to open it up for any questions. Thank you.